We're diving deep into a truly rare gem from 1999, the Connecticut $2 coin. Now, most people don't think twice about their pocket change, but if you happen to have a Connecticut 1999 quarter in your collection, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these quarters could be worth as much as $8 million today, and we're going to explain why and how you can cash in on this incredible opportunity. First, let's set the stage. In 1999, the U.S. Mint released a series of state quarters, each one representing a different state. The Connecticut quarter was one of these. What makes it stand out is its design, featuring a colonial soldier on horseback and an outline of the state of Connecticut itself. However, not all Connecticut quarters are created equal. While the general circulation coins are worth just 25 cents, there is a particular version of this coin that is extremely rare and valuable. So, what makes the 1999 Connecticut quarter so special? The answer lies in an error. The U.S. Mint accidentally produced a few of these quarters with a major design flaw, specifically, an incorrect placement of the state's outline and a number of misprints. Only a few were made, and these are the coins that could fetch big money. These error quarters are known to collectors as double dies. This happens when the die that stamps the coin isn't aligned properly, creating a distinct, doubled image. For the Connecticut quarter, that means you'll notice the state outline is off-center, and the text may appear a little fuzzy or doubled. If you find one of these error coins, you could be looking at a collector's item that has seen bids reach up to $8 million at auctions. Yep, that's right, $1 million quarters. So, how do you know if your quarter has this error? Let's walk through how you can identify if your 1999 Connecticut quarter is one of these rare and valuable pieces. First, take a good look at the details of the coin. The most important thing to check is the outline of the state of Connecticut. Look for any doubling or misalignment in the state's shape. The double die error causes the image to appear blurry, and sometimes, the text like Connecticut might seem a little off as well. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe, especially if you're not sure. Don't just look at the coin casually, as the error is often quite subtle. Once you've checked your Connecticut 1999 quarter, and you're thinking you might have a rare one, what's your next step? You're going to want to get your coin evaluated by a professional. The best thing you can do is to bring it to a certified coin dealer or a numismatist, someone who specializes in rare coins. Many coin dealers will offer free appraisals, or at least a consultation, so you can get an idea of whether or not your coin is worth something more than its face value. Make sure that the dealer is certified and trustworthy. You can also send your coin to a grading company, like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations will not only verify the authenticity of the coin but also assign it a grade. This is essential when determining its value. Now, let's talk about selling your coin. Once you've had it evaluated and graded, you'll have a clear understanding of its value. The next question is, how do you sell it? Well, you have a few options. You can sell your coin privately, at a coin show, or through an auction house. In fact, high-value coins like the 1999 Connecticut quarter have often been sold through prestigious auction houses, where bidding wars can drive the price sky high. Now, while you could sell it to a local coin shop, you might get the best price by going through an auction. Many rare coins have reached record prices in these kinds of settings. Of course, you'll want to make sure that you're not in a rush to sell. Patience could pay off if you're holding onto a high-value coin. Before we wrap up, let's go over a few common mistakes you should avoid when selling valuable coins. First, don't fall for lowball offers. When you're dealing with rare coins, there will always be buyers looking to take advantage of someone who doesn't know the value of what they're holding. Do your research and get your coin professionally appraised. Don't settle for anything less than what your coin is truly worth. Second, don't clean your coins. Cleaning a coin can actually damage it and lower its value, even if it's rare. Always handle your coins with care and avoid rubbing or cleaning them. So, there you have it. The 1999 Connecticut quarter could be worth a lot more than just a quarter if you have one of those rare error coins. Always keep an eye out when going through your change or digging into your coin collection. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who might be sitting on some hidden treasures. Also, drop any questions or comments below. I'd love to hear about any rare coins you found. We're talking about one particular coin that could be worth a shocking $3 million. That's right. A 1965 Connecticut no $2 coin. Now, let me make one thing clear. When we say 1965 no $2 coin, we're not talking about the typical, run-of-the-mill quarters that you'll find in your change jar. This coin is incredibly rare. And finding one could be like winning the lottery, but it all comes down to a small detail that makes all the difference. So, what's so special about a 1965 no $2 coin? Well, you might be asking yourself, wasn't the $2 coin first issued by the US, made in the 19th century? Correct. But in 1965, something strange happened in Connecticut. In 1965, the US made a huge change in the design and composition of its coins. They were dealing with a silver shortage, and so many coin designs were altered. The $2 was supposed to feature a certain design that year, but an unexpected minting error led to a few coins being produced with a major flaw. That's right, some of these coins didn't have the word quarter stamped on them. And it wasn't just any mistake. It was a rare error that has turned these coins into one of the most valuable collectibles today. Only a handful of them were made, and that's why they're worth an eye-popping $3 million on the current market. Crazy, right? These coins, which are referred to as no $2 coins, are considered an anomaly in coin history. Minting errors like this happen when the dies used to stamp the coins are imperfect or damaged. And in this case, the $2 inscription was simply left off. So, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I've got one of these incredibly rare coins? Let me break it down for you. First, take a close look at your 1965 quarters. If your coin is missing the word quarter on the reverse side, then you've got a potential winner. Now, this doesn't mean that every 1965 coin, without that inscription, is automatically worth a fortune. The condition, rarity, and provenance also play a huge role in determining its value. The condition of the coin is incredibly important. If the coin has been well preserved, it will be more valuable. A coin that's in excellent condition, meaning it has little wear and tear, can fetch a much higher price. Ideally, you want to look for a coin with sharp details, no noticeable scratches, and as much of the original luster as possible. If it's been stored away properly, maybe in a coin holder or album, that's even better. Also, consider the importance of professional grading. Grading companies like the Numismatic Guardi Corporation, or NGC, and Professional Coin Grading Service, or PGS, can evaluate the condition of your coin and assign it a grade. This grade will help determine its market value. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. But the real kicker is finding someone who recognizes the rarity and historical significance of this coin. Coin dealers, collectors, and auction houses, these are the places where you can sell these coins for their true value. Now, if you're lucky enough to have one of these rare coins in your possession, here's what you should do next. First, get your coin authenticated and graded. This process may cost a bit upfront, but it's essential in unlocking the true value of your coin. Once you have that grade, you can start reaching out to collectors and dealers. Remember, $3 million is the top range for a no $2 coin in perfect condition. But even if yours isn't in perfect shape, it could still be worth thousands, especially if it's one of the rare ones. So don't just toss those old coins aside. You never know what treasures could be hidden in your collection. So, there you have it, folks. The mysterious 1965 no $2 coin is one of the most valuable coins out there. If you've got one, get it checked out. And if you're just getting started in the world of coin collecting, remember to keep your eyes peeled, because you might just discover something amazing. Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered whether the old coins lying around in your drawer or coin jar might be worth more than their face value, then today's video is for you. Especially if you've got a 1994 Connecticut $2 in your collection. Stick around, because you might be sitting on a gold mine worth up to $1.2 million. Let's dive into the fascinating world of the 1994 Connecticut quarter dollar. You might think, it's just another state quarter, right? Well, yes and no, there's something special about this coin that could make it worth a lot more than just 25 cents. The 1994 Connecticut quarter is part of the US Mint's 50 state quarters program, which started in 1999, but it began with proof versions earlier in 1994. The quarter features the design of Connecticut's famous Charter Oak, a symbol of freedom and historical significance for the state. But not every 1994 Connecticut quarter is worth a fortune. It all depends on one key factor: its rarity. So, what makes the 1994 Connecticut quarter special? Well, it's all about the errors and minting mistakes that make certain quarters much rarer and more valuable. Here's the big revelation: some of these quarters were mistakenly struck with the wrong die. This has led to a few extremely rare and valuable versions of the coin that can fetch hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. Now, let's talk about the specific error variety that makes these Connecticut quarters so valuable. In 1994, a few coins were struck with the wrong reverse die, which meant that the usual design was swapped for an incorrect one. These error coins have caused a stir in the coin collecting world, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks to get their hands on one. Imagine this: in 2007, a rare 1994 Connecticut quarter with a major error sold for a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single coin, worth over $1 million. Of course, not every 1994 Connecticut quarter is going to fetch that kind of money. But, if you have one with the right error, your coin could be worth much more than you think. So, how do you know if your 1994 Connecticut quarter is valuable? Well, there are a few things to look for. First, examine the coin carefully. Look for any oddities, like double lettering, misalignments, or inconsistencies in the design. The rare error quarters typically have noticeable flaws on either the front or back, and they'll look a little different than the standard ones you see in circulation. Let's take a look at the standard 1994 Connecticut quarter for comparison. It should have the typical design, the Charter Oak tree on the reverse, with the word Connecticut and the date 1994. The front shows George Washington's profile. The error coin, however, will have noticeable design mistakes, like a misstruck design or even a swapped image. If yours looks like it's been struck incorrectly, you could be holding a real treasure. Now that you know what to look for, what's the next step if you think you've got one of these rare coins? First, do some research. Compare your coin with known error examples online, or consult with a coin expert. There are plenty of resources out there, from online forums to professional grading services like Pixring, who can authenticate and grade your coin. And when you're ready to sell, be sure to take it to a reputable dealer or auction house that specializes in rare coins. Selling your coin at the right place can make all the difference. You want to get the best value possible, and that means finding a dealer who knows the market and can get you the best price. So, how much could you sell your 1994 Connecticut quarter for? Well, if it's the error coin, you could be looking at a significant payout. But even if your coin isn't a $1 million find, it could still be worth much more than its face value, especially if it's in great condition. Uncirculated improved coins can come in higher price. So, don't just toss those old quarters in the jar. They might be worth a pretty penny or a lot more. Whether you're looking to cash in on your coin collection, or just starting out, always remember that the world of coins is full of surprises. Who knows, maybe you've got a rare treasure waiting to be discovered. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos on coin collecting tips, rare finds, and much more. We dive into why your 1994 Connecticut quarter could be worth so much, and how to cash in on it. Before we get started, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and hit that bell so you never miss a coin that could make you money. Now, let's get into the heart of the matter, the 1995 Connecticut quarter. Alright, let's start with the basics. In 1995, the US Mint released a series of state quarters, each one representing one of the 50 states. The Connecticut quarter was the fifth to be released in this series. On the front, you have the traditional George Washington design, and on the back, the state of Connecticut is beautifully depicted with an image of the charter oak, which holds a significant place in the state's history. Now, this quarter was minted in massive quantities, so most of them aren't worth much more than face value. However, and here's the kicker, certain 1995 Connecticut quarters have a rare, valuable variation that could make you a lot of money. So, what makes the 1995 Connecticut quarter so special? Well, some quarters from the 1995 series were struck with a serious error. These quarters were accidentally minted with a flaw, a very noticeable double-die error on the reverse side of the coin. Specifically, this error involves the letter key in Connecticut, which appears to be doubled. This double-die error isn't easy to spot at first glance, but once you know what you're looking for, it can be pretty obvious. If you have a 1995 Connecticut quarter that shows this double-die error, especially one with clear, crisp details, you could be holding onto a coin worth thousands or more. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I identify if my 1995 Connecticut quarter is worth this much? Don't worry, it's simpler than you think. First, take a good look at the reverse side of your coin. What you're looking for is a clear doubling of the letters or details. For the Connecticut quarter, the double-die error is most noticeable on the key in Connecticut, but you might also see it on other parts of the design. Make sure you're using a magnifying glass or a coin loop to get a closer look. Next, check the overall condition of your coin. Coins in mint state, meaning they have no visible wear and are in pristine condition, are more valuable. The closer to perfect your coin is, the more likely you are to get top dollar. Now, let's talk about the big question, how much is your Connecticut 1995 quarter worth today? If your coin has the rare double-die error, and it's in excellent condition, you could be looking at a serious payout. In recent auctions, some of these error coins have sold for as much as $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. But don't get too excited just yet, not every error coin is going to sell for that amount. The value depends on the rarity, the condition of the coin, and the demand from collectors. Most of these error coins sell for several thousand to tens of thousands of dollars, so don't be discouraged if yours isn't worth a fortune right away. But regardless, the value could be a lot more than you thought. So, now that you know your coin could be worth a lot, what should you do next? Well, you want to make sure you sell it the right way. The first step is to get your coin professionally graded by an expert. A certified grading company like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PGS, will give your coin a grade, which will help you sell it at its maximum value. The higher the grade, the more money you can get for your coin. Once you have the grade, you can list it at auction, or you can take it to a trusted coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. Be sure to do some research and find a dealer who knows the market well and has a good reputation. Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips for all you coin collectors out there. Always store your coins properly, in protective holders or cases to avoid damage. Don't clean your coins. Cleaning can actually decrease the value. Stay updated on the latest trends and auctions. Coins can appreciate over time. And most importantly, don't throw away anything you think might be valuable. It's always worth getting it checked. Alright, coin enthusiasts, there you have it, the 1995 Connecticut quarter, and how it could be worth as much as $4 million. If you have one of these rare error coins, don't let it sit in a jar somewhere, get it checked out, get it graded, and potentially cash in on a small fortune. We're going to dive into something that might just have you rushing to your coin jar, looking for a very special quarter, the 20 Connecticut quarter dollar. It might sound like just another coin, but did you know this one could be worth up to $3 million today? Yes, you heard that right, a single coin can fetch that amount in the current market. Stick around because today, we're going to explore how this quarter became so valuable, how to spot one in your collection, and how you can sell your old coins for top dollar. First things first, what makes the 20 Connecticut quarter dollar so special? The United States Mint released this coin as part of its 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each state had its own unique design representing its history and heritage. The Connecticut Quarter, minted in Philadelphia, features an image of Henry Dwight Sedgwick, a notable Connecticut historical figure, standing near a charter oak tree, which is a symbol of the state's fight for freedom. Now, most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Not all Connecticut quarters are created equal. Among the millions of regular circulation coins, a small number were minted with a rare error that can turn them into a huge payday. Let me explain. Some Connecticut quarters were released with a double die error. What does this mean? It means that during the minting process, the die used to stamp the image onto the coin was misaligned, creating a double image on certain parts of the design. This error makes the coin incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. So, how do you know if your Connecticut quarter is worth even $3 million? It all comes down to the grade of the coin and the error itself. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The closer your coin is to 70, the more valuable it is. The rare error Connecticut quarters that are in high-grade condition have sold for astronomical prices. Some have fetched as much as even $3 million in auction. Imagine finding one of these in your change jar. While this might sound too good to be true, these kinds of discoveries are what keep coin collectors and treasure hunters on the lookout. But there's a catch: finding one of these quarters isn't easy, and they aren't just sitting around in your pocket. Let's talk about what you should be looking for to see if you have one of these valuable coins. Look closely at the obverse side of the coin, where you'll find George Washington's portrait. Pay special attention to the details of the lettering and the rim. If you notice any doubled or blurred images, that's a sign you may have an error coin. You'll also want to check the reverse side for any anomalies in the design. Sometimes, the errors are subtle and hard to spot, which is why having a magnifying glass or a good coin microscope is super helpful. Examine the obverse, look for doubled letters or numbers, check the reverse for doubling, especially around the edges of the design. Inspect the overall condition. The better the condition, the higher the value, and, if in doubt, have your coin professionally graded. Now, once you've found a potential error coin, what's next? How do you go about selling it for top dollar? Well, this is where it gets a little tricky. Selling rare and valuable coins requires some knowledge and care. First off, you can't just throw a rare coin on eBay and hope for the best. I recommend you reach out to a professional coin dealer or a reputable auction house. They'll be able to authenticate your coin, ensure it's in top condition, and help you find the right market for it. If your coin is truly worth the $3 million, you want to make sure it's in the right hands. Another option is to have your coin graded by a professional service, like PFSRNG, which will assign it a grade and provide a certification. This can drastically increase the value of your coin, because collectors are more likely to pay top dollar for a coin that's been professionally graded. Now, if you're wondering what kind of prices these coins can fetch, just take a look at some recent auction results. Error Connecticut quarters have sold for tens of thousands, and in rare cases, over $1 million, like the one I mentioned earlier. So, if you've got one of these coins, don't just let it sit in a jar, get it checked out. So, there you have it. The 2008 Connecticut quarter can be worth a small fortune, but finding the right one with a rare error and getting it professionally graded is the key. If you've got any old coins lying around, it's time to start checking them out. You never know, you might have your very own treasure waiting to be discovered. We're diving into a truly remarkable find, the 2008 Connecticut State Quarter. It may look like just another coin, but did you know that one could be worth a staggering $4 million? Stick with me, because we're going to break down how that could happen, and what you need to look for if you think you might have one. Let's talk about why the 2008 Connecticut Quarter is so special. The Connecticut State Quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program by the U.S. Mint. This program was launched back in 1999, and each year, 5 new state quarters were released, one for each state, each with its own unique design. The Connecticut coin came out in 2008, and it features an image of the famous Charter Oak, which symbolizes freedom and independence for the state. Now, this coin isn't just any ordinary quarter. It's part of a special moment in US history. But while millions of these coins were minted and circulated, only a rare few might be worth far more than their face value of 25 cents. The key to understanding how this coin could be worth as much as 4 million lays in one word: mistake. That's right. The Connecticut state quarter is most valuable due to a rare minting error. Some of the 2 quarters, particularly those struck in the Philadelphia Mint, feature a very unusual mistake, a double die error. This means that the image was struck twice, creating a blurry, distorted image on the coin. Take a look at this side-by-side comparison. On a typical Connecticut quarter, everything looks crisp and clear. But on the error coins, you'll notice that the letters and details are slightly doubled, creating a blurry or ghosted effect. This is a classic sign of the double die error. Now, I know what you're thinking: how can I tell if my coin has this error? Great question. Here's what you need to do: grab a magnifying glass and look closely at the lettering, especially around the word Connecticut and the state's motto. If you see a noticeable doubling or a blurry effect, you might be holding onto a coin that's worth much more than a quarter. But don't just take my word for it, let's take a look at some real examples. One of the most famous examples of a 2 Connecticut double die error was sold at auction for an eye-popping 4 million. That's right, 4 million for one single quarter. It's one of the highest prices ever paid for a US coin that's not a rare gold or silver coin. Now, before you rush off to dig through your spare change, let's talk about what this coin really is worth. While most of the 2 Connecticut state quarters will only be worth face value, the ones with the double die error are incredibly rare. Only a few examples are known to exist. So, while it's unlikely that you'll find one in your pocket change, it's worth checking your collection. But here's the real question: how can you tell if the coin you have is worth the big bucks? Well, aside from the double die error, it's also important to look for the overall condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint condition, with little to no wear and tear, can significantly increase their value. When we talk about condition, we're referring to the coin's grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest. The higher the grade, the more your coin could be worth. A coin in excellent condition can fetch much more than a coin that's been worn down or damaged. To get a better idea of what your coin is worth, you can look up the current market value online, or even send your coin to a professional grading service to get it officially rated. Websites like Pigs or Ngeek are trusted resources for coin collectors to get an accurate value for their rare coins. Before we wrap up, let's go over some key points to remember. If you want to sell your rare 2 Connecticut quarter, check for the double die error. Look closely at the lettering, especially around the state name. Consider the condition. A mint quality coin could be worth much more. Get your coin graded. This can help you understand its market value. When you're ready to sell, consider auction houses, coin shops, or online platforms. If you happen to find one of these rare error coins, don't just spend it, you might be sitting on a small fortune. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and share this video with your fellow collectors. Who knows? Your next coin search might lead to a real jackpot. We're diving deep into the Connecticut 2 quarter dollar coin, and how it could potentially be worth over 3 million. Yes, you heard that right, 3 million. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special, and how you can cash in on it. Stick around. First things first, let's talk about the Connecticut 2 quarter. This quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999. Each state was represented with a unique design on the reverse side of the coin, and for Connecticut, it features a maritime name with an image of the 7th Regiment Armory in Hartford, and an American flag. The 2 Connecticut quarter was minted in Philadelphia with a P mint mark. It's got a typical quarter design, with George Washington on the front, but the back is where the magic happens. Now, not all Connecticut quarters are worth a fortune. But there's an extremely rare error coin from 2 that has been making waves in the coin market. This error happens when the quarter is struck with a misaligned die, causing the design to be off-center or have a doubling effect. These kinds of errors are extremely rare, and when they pop up, they can come in crazy prices. The most famous of these rare error coins, which has been sold for more than 3 million, has a noticeable doubling of the EP mint mark. This particular quarter caused a stir when it was auctioned off, and it quickly became a legendary find. Alright, so you're probably wondering, why is this particular quarter worth so much money? Well, first off, error coins are highly sought after by collectors. But what sets this one apart is how rare and unique the error is. The fact that this 0.25 coin has made such a huge impact in the numismatic world just shows how the value of these quarters can skyrocket under the right circumstances. Now, keep in mind, most of us won't find a quarter worth 3 million under the couch cushions. But this is a great reminder that rare coins can be found anywhere, and if you come across an error like this, it could change your financial future. So, how can you tell if you have a rare error coin in your collection? First, look at the mint mark on your Connecticut 2.1 quarter. If you see any doubling or misalignment, you might be looking at a potential high-value coin. Here are some things to check for. This is when the design is off-center, and you'll notice part of the image is missing or misplaced. If you see a clear double image of the mint mark, that's a major red flag that your coin could be worth a lot more than 25 cents. Look for other small errors, like double-struck or clipped coins, which can also increase the value. Grab your magnifying glass and go over your Connecticut quarters carefully. The more you inspect, the better your chances of finding a gem. Alright, so let's say you've found that rare coin, what now? First things first, don't jump to sell it on a whim. The market for coins can be unpredictable, so you'll want to take a few steps to make sure you get the best price. Take it to a professional coin appraiser or a trusted coin dealer who can confirm its authenticity and value. Check out recent auction prices for similar error coins. Websites like eBay or Heritage Auctions can give you a good idea of the going rates. If your coin is particularly rare, auction houses like Heritage Auctions have experience with handling high-value coins and can help you fetch the best price. Always make sure to document the authenticity of your coin and get it certified if needed. It could make all the difference when it comes time to sell. Finding a rare Connecticut 2.1 quarter worth 3 million might be a long shot, but it's always worth checking your spare change or old coin collection. With the right knowledge and a little luck, you could discover something that changes your financial future. If you've enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin tips and treasure hunting advice. And hey, if you think you've got a rare coin, drop a comment below. Let's chat about it. We're going to dive into the incredible story of the 2.14 Connecticut quarter dollar coin and how it could be worth a jaw-dropping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around, because you might just have a hidden treasure in your own collection. Scene transition to close-up of coin, host, showing a 2.14 Connecticut quarter. Alright, let's talk about the 2.14 Connecticut quarter dollar coin. First of all, it's important to know that this coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started back in 2.10. Each year, the U.S. Mint releases quarters that honor national parks and historic sites from across the country. In 2.14, Connecticut was the featured state. The quarter features the famous Weir Farm National Historic Site, a place known for its history and American art, but, while it's a beautiful coin with a rich background, that's not what makes it special. What you really need to know is that the 2.14 Connecticut quarter has become one of the most valuable coins in the market. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this coin so valuable? Well, it all comes down to error coins. Error coins are ones that have been struck incorrectly during production at the U.S. Mint. These errors make them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. For the 2.14 Connecticut quarter, there are a few errors that make it stand out. Some of these quarters were struck with the wrong mix of metals, others have misprints, or even missing details like the mint mark. The most famous of these rare error coins is known as the double die obverse. This is when the design was struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling of the features, especially the letters and numbers on the front of the coin. If you come across a 2014 Connecticut quarter with noticeable doubling or other unusual features, you might be holding onto a piece of history, and potentially something worth a lot of money. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these rare error coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. How much are these coins worth? In the case of the rare double die obverse 2014 Connecticut quarter, the value has skyrocketed. These coins can sell for upwards of $2 million at auctions. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents. Now, before you rush to check all the quarters in your piggy bank or drawer, let me give you a few tips on how to identify whether your coin is worth that kind. The most valuable 2014 Connecticut quarter has a double die error on the obverse front side. This means the image has a clear doubling, especially around the letters and numbers. If your quarter has a EPE mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia, which makes it part of the EPE series. The EPE is important for identifying valuable error coins. The better the condition of the coin, the higher the value. Look for coins with minimal wear, no scratches, and great detail. These coins are more likely to fetch higher prices. It's always a good idea to look at recent auction results for error coins. This will give you an idea of what collectors are paying for the 2014 Connecticut quarter. Now, you may be wondering, how can I get my hands on these valuable coins? Well, there are several ways to get started. One of the best ways is to check your old change and any rolls of quarters you have lying around. Some people even buy bags of coins from banks, hoping to find something rare. But, most importantly, you should visit coin shows, auctions, and connect with reputable dealers who specialize in rare coins. So, if you think you might have a rare Connecticut quarter or any other valuable coin, here's what I recommend you do next. A certified coin dealer or appraiser can help you determine whether your coin is an error coin and what it might be worth. If you have a truly rare coin, auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers are where many of these high-value coins are sold. Make sure you understand the auction process and any fees before you sell. Protect your investment. Whether you plan to sell your coins or keep them as part of your collection, be sure to protect them. Store them in airtight holders, away from humidity or extreme temperatures. There you have it. The 2014 Connecticut quarter could very well be the hidden treasure you've been looking for. Who knows, that coin you've had for years might be worth way more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to sell them for top dollar, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And, as always, leave me a comment below with any questions or coins you want us to cover next. We're diving deep into one of the most sought-after coins in the market, the 2014 Connecticut State Quarter. If you've got one of these tucked away in your collection, it could be worth way more than just 25 cents. This coin was part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program. Released in 2002, the Connecticut Quarter features the image of the Charter Oak, a symbol of the state's history and its legacy of freedom. But here's where it gets interesting. While most of these coins were produced in huge numbers, there's one particular version that could make you a lot of money. Keep watching, because the story of this rare coin will leave you speechless. Before we get into the specifics, let's talk about the value of regular coins. Most people have coins like these lying around, maybe even tucked in drawers or hidden in change jars. Normally, these coins are worth their face value or slightly above. However, there are rare exceptions when the value skyrockets. Let's talk about that one special Connecticut quarter from 2002. You see, most of the quarters that were minted in this year are just average, but some of them were struck in error, creating an extreme rarity. What you're looking for is known as the 2002 Connecticut quarter with no mint mark. Typically, every coin minted in the US has a mint mark, either in for Denver or for Philadelphia. The mint mark helps identify where the coin was made. But the 2002 Connecticut quarter with no mint mark is the rare find we're looking for. It's believed that a small number of these error coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, why does this matter? Because error coins are highly sought after by collectors. A coin that was supposed to have a mint mark but doesn't is considered a minting mistake. And when that mistake is so rare, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. So, how much are we talking about here? Well, in some cases, these error coins can fetch upwards of even $3 million. That's right, a single coin from your change jar could be worth more than an average home. The most expensive Connecticut quarter with no mint mark was sold at auction for a staggering amount. This is why it's crucial to know exactly what to look for when you're sifting through your old coins. Here's how to spot if your 2 Connecticut quarter might be the one you've been waiting for. First, check for the missing mint mark. If your coin has no mint mark on the reverse side, congratulations, it could be the one you've been looking for. But remember, it's not just about the absence of the mint mark. Many of these error coins are graded for their condition. The better the condition, the more valuable it is. Coins are often graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. If you find a 2 Connecticut quarter that's in exceptional condition, let's say a grade of 60 or higher, it could be worth significantly more. If you think your coin might be one of the rarities, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PGS) or the Numismatic Authority Corporation (NGS). They'll give your coin a grade and authenticate its rarity, which will affect its market value. But don't worry, even if your 2 Connecticut quarter isn't the error coin, it still might be worth more than face value. Some of the regular issues, especially those in pristine condition, can be worth a little extra, usually a few dollars. But if you've got that special error coin, well, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. So what do you do if you find one of these valuable coins? First, keep it in a safe place. Don't just throw it in a drawer with other coins, or worse, spend it. Then, reach out to a reputable coin dealer or consider auctioning it because the market for rare coins can be tricky, and you'll want to get the best price possible. Now, if you're wondering where you can sell your coins for top dollar, the answer is simple: trusted online auction platforms like eBay, or auction houses that specialize in rare collectibles. You can also approach local coin shops or dealers who may help you determine the value of your coins. Remember, it's not just about the age of the coin, it's about its rarity and condition. So, if you've got a 2 Connecticut quarter without a mint mark, or even one that looks like it might have a mistake in it, take a closer look. You could be holding onto a treasure worth a lot more than just pocket change.